If a man is trying to please a woman, a man will lose his mind trying to deal with that, because women ultimately don't even know what they want. And because women are so emotional, it don't matter what you did, all the way up until the moment she's mad. When she mad, she'll destroy everything because she didn't get her way in these 5 minutes.
I would say things like, just leave me alone. And then he'd actually leave, and then I would get mad because he left, even though that's what I told him to do, but I really meant that I didn't want him to leave. And now he's confused and I'm angry. I finally realized that men can't hear emotion. They can only hear words. You can't say one thing and then mean another and then blame the man. That's on us.
This is a grown-ass woman expecting a man to understand telepathy. Men, you need to be very cautious of the women you bring into your life.
Men are sick of modern women, and this is why. Don't get mad at me, I'm just the messenger. You do not compliment that man's life, you complicate it. Men already have to go into the world, in their workplace, around other men. They have to compete 24/7. In order to be considered a high-quality man, you have to be competitive. He deals with all of that in the world already, and then he comes home to you, and you want to compete with him more. Reason number 2. There's no clear win for them. You want them to be strong, not dominant though. Be sensitive, but don't be weak. Lead, but don't control me. Provide, but don't be transactional towards me. These men have no clear way to win a situation with most of you women. They become fatigued, and that's why they give up on you. You're then a reflection of the confusion they already feel in the world. Men do not get to be held to the same standard as women. They don't get to show their emotions freely and still be seen as strong. They're damned if they do, damned if they don't.
They are going to come for her for sure. Stay strong, brave one. Men are so done and are not looking back.
I agree with you that men built the system. Men built the entire infrastructure that allows all of us, including men, but especially including women, to have the most comfortable and prosperous and healthy lives that has ever existed in all of human history. And the complete ungratefulness of women.
Oh my God,
I'm not being ridiculous. You women hate, at no other point in human history have women had so much contempt and hatred and disdain for men when it is due to men's genius and ingenuity and labor and physicality that has enabled women to live the most comfortable lives they've ever been able to live. And there's a bottleneck to every cascading invention due to men's increased physical. Look, I know this sounds crazy.
Oh, it is.
In order to live in a skyscraper, there were cascading previous inventions that were necessitated on male strength that women don't possess, that enabled us to build buildings far into the sky for you to live in comfortable, air-conditioned, not just live, but to have a job in a comfortable, air-conditioned office. All of these comforts, it wasn't the evil patriarchy, it was benevolent men. It was typically often like poor men who labored and built this country, and you guys don't give a fuck. You don't care. It's through men's sacrifice, men's labor.
Oh my God.
Men's genius, ingenuity.
Okay, so can I just please stop? This is like really starting to make me uncomfortable.
They say it's crazy every time they hear something that proves they need to take accountability. It's like talking to a brick wall. Why waste your time, bro?
There's women out there that will walk away from a good man talking about, oh, he wanted to go half on rent. He wanted to go half on...
Facts.
Like, that is... You know how fatuous and inane that is to say he wanted to go half? First of all, you are responsible for 100% of your life as an adult. 100% of your problems, 100% of your bills, 100% of your stress. And you mean to tell me you had a man right there like, I'll take half of that from you. And you was like, that ain't good enough.
Right.
I want you to take it all. I don't want to have no responsibility as an adult. And that is financial abuse. And that is feminine manipulation and abuse. So then, fellas, you need to walk away.
Last time I checked, paying 50% of something is better than having to pay 100% of something. It just seems like the majority of these women just want to be men to take care of them while offering nothing in return.
Ladies, don't get mad that men are waking up and realizing that it is better to deal with no woman than a masculine woman. It is better to sit around and get some KY or some lotion and go pleasure yourself than deal with a masculine woman. Don't get mad that men are saying, I would rather I'd rather do nothing than deal with a masculine woman. Don't get mad that men are sitting back saying that. Don't get mad that men are, that's what the real issue is. My platform and platforms like mine are places where men can come and talk. And men are speaking up, and they're mad because so many men are not waking up. So many women are discovering that the men to the right and to the left of them, they've been woke all along. They just didn't know that what the men were thinking. Now they know what men are thinking. And the thing is, gentlemen, you get to decide. You get to decide what is a 9 or a 10 or an 8 or a 6 to you. You get to determine what is too much weight for you. You get to decide if she has kids from another man, whether you don't want to deal with it. You get to choose every bit of that, and they can't take it from you. You are not a second-class citizen, black man. You are the man. And it doesn't matter how much insults, how much little dick energy, how much they want to cuss and fuss and blah, blah, blah. It's just talk. They can't do shit about it if you don't believe it. It's chihuahua barking. Chihuahuas bark loudly because they can't do shit with their bite. Don't worry about chihuahuas. Let them do what they do. Keep on moving. Because the only reason they're barking is because they're not getting what they want. And if you know what it is you want, take nothing instead of settling for masculine women. And just like I told that one woman, treat in the black community in case, treat black men like you treat the white boss, that white institution, like the white man in your mind.
Attractive girls get online and say and do stuff. That's who they be focused on. So every time you see a pretty girl make a video and talk about how she be disgusted when men talk to her when she out, how she don't like it when men look at her, men have conversations with her, don't talk to her. Like, when she makes videos like that, the men are paying attention. When women like that are making videos, the men are paying attention, right?
Yeah.
And so they figure, okay, well, this must be what it is. This must be what women want. Right? It don't matter about the women who ain't really that attractive who get online and be like, oh my God, we want you to talk to us when you out. Like, they're not listening to you. They listening to the girls who they find attractive and what those girls are saying, right? So you can't counteract the girls who they find to be attractive and them saying silly stuff online. So back to the point. Because those girls are getting online and saying silly stuff like that, when men go out now, they not hollering at you, they not bothering you, and they not getting up out their seat to let you have it. You know what?
Man, y'all don't want to leave your house? No! Stay away! Stay away! We are in the house. Gym, home, work, home again. Maybe go to mama house. Maybe go to dad house. That's about it. I'm not gonna say we not messing with y'all, but y'all not about to mess up our peace. Y'all been trolling us ever since y'all got on this internet. Ever since that Creator Fund came out, y'all been acting up, talking out y'all necks, and now when you go outside, there ain't nobody to be outside with. I knew y'all would get tired of being with your girls. You can only go on so many dinner dates with your girls and act like you having fun. We in the house. You said leave you alone. You chose the bear. Now what? Go on a date with the bear.
Listen, I thought this video was hilarious. Shout out to him because it's true. It's so stupid. God forgive me. Like, come on. You chose the bear. You screamed and you hollered. We don't need men. We tired of y'all. Don't look at us exactly like he said. Don't talk to us. Oh my God, why are you approaching me? Because basically, I'm better than you. I got a job. That's the type of stuff that men have had to hear. They think that because men aren't as vocal, that they don't either have feelings or they don't care. Or
When an attractive man, over 6 feet, even says hello to them, you can watch the rules go out the door in a mere second.
I told you, guys are tired. Guys are tired of you. They're tired of you pretending to want to take them seriously when you really just want the free drinks. They're tired of going up to you and you being like, thanks for the drink. You know, doing this game you do. Tired. They're tired of the takers. They're tired. They don't want to deal with any of that. They're tired of, oh, you know, you meet all of these qualifications, right? You know, you got all the qualifications, and she's talking to you, and she's like, oh, but, you know, there's this one thing. He has a boat, and it's red, and I don't like the color red. Oh. Right? Because they feel like they can be so picky that they've got everything met, but they can just nitpick about everything, right? They're tired of you. You want guys to come up to you, change your attitude, change your strategy, treat them differently, and that's going to have to happen over a long period of time, right? It took decades to get here. Guys finally saying, I am done with you. And social media played a big part because now they go on socials and they see women talking all their crap. So they're like, oh, I know what's going on now behind the scenes. When I walk away after buying you that drink, I know you're making a fool out of me. They're like, I'm done. You're going to make a fool out of me? Honey, now I'm going to make a fool out of you. I'm going to sit at that bar. I'm going to drink my scotch. I'm not buying you nothing. I'm not even looking your way. That's what's going on. Change your attitude. It's going to take a long time for guys to feel like you've changed genuinely, and then you'll see. But for now, especially in the cities, guys are just sitting back with their drink, and they're just letting this drama unfold. It's hilarious. It's like, you know, they're frazzled cats. Frazzled cats. Ooh. Very entertaining.
This is why we go find a woman in another country, because they gave us the respect we deserve. And even then, these women hate us for not putting up with their drama.
My oldest son got married. He was a millennial. And he married a woman with 2 kids. This woman was so cold-hearted that while my son was dying in the hospital on life support, she was cheating on him with another man. Single moms are cold-hearted as fuck. Stay away from them at all costs.
Listen to Pops on the Move, yo. Pops on the Move, he be spitting game. Real talk. Like, y'all listen to that man. He got some knowledge, man. He's coming from experience from his personal life, okay? Experience from his personal life. Like, we all have felt this evil spirit about them, you know? Something about them that they do to every last one of us have experienced the evilness of women. Every last one of us men have experienced it. And if you haven't, man, you must live under a rock, bro. Like you live somewhere where there ain't no women. And if you haven't experienced the evilness, man, you are that 1%, man. I ain't gonna hold you, man. Hold that power and try to keep that peace. Cause, whew, us 99%, we ain't having it, bro. We tired. See, we falling asleep in the car type joint. That's how tired we are. We falling asleep in the car like that, sideways, sitting sideways, boys in the days. You feel me? Like that, just.
This was a story so many of us are going through. Marrying a single mum has to be the most stupid thing a modern man can do to himself.
Women these days are looking for a come up. They're looking for somebody to save them. They're looking for their next thing. When you really unpack what's going on right now in society, a lot of women are bums because they choose to look that. Listen, I ain't gonna sugarcoat it. I'm not sugarcoating shit. A lot of women are bums, and you have high standards with low quality in yourself. You want a man to have 6 figures. You want a man to take care of you, pay all your bills. You want a man to do this, that, and the third. Elevate your life. But you can't do that for yourself. So why is a man going to invest that into you when you don't even do that for yourself?
Too many modern women expect a man to come in and save them, financially, emotionally, and socially, without putting in the work to bring equal value. So why are we still catering to these selfish women?
No reason why someone that's 45 is trying to talk to you. You're young.
I'm not gonna hold y'all. Controversial take. I think women only have these opinions now because women have focused more on the careers, education, and being independent. They're older in age, and now they're pushing these agenda more only because they're now at an age to settle down now where they're in their 30s. So,
but pushing what is
women?
what's the agenda?
You guys are all against these men dating younger women because it takes options away from you guys. Guys your age now.
Oh, I didn't know.
What else can you base it on?
So here's the thing on this. I mean, ultimately, a woman can do whatever she wants to do, right? If she wants to get a whole bunch of degrees and choose the bear, knock yourself out. Knock yourself out. But as we know in life, actions have consequences, right? So if you're basically going to prioritize and go all in on your degrees and then put relationships on the back burner for 2, 5, 10, 15 years, and you think that you're going to pick it up like you never left, not realizing that there's relationship muscles that you need to work on over time, yeah, it doesn't necessarily work that way. Ultimately, if these boss babe independent queens are winning in life, okay, they're getting exactly what they want. What difference does it make if a 45-year-old man wants to date a 26 or 27-year-old woman? Okay, what difference does it make? Clearly they're triggered because they're being overlooked. They're not, necessarily getting the results that they want from a relationship perspective. And they're realizing that a lot of these guys are simply checking out and bypassing them. So they try to deploy the insults, the shame, guilt, insult, need to be right, to try to get you to date them. And it's like, it doesn't work that way.
So I saw this video the other day and I thought it was so funny because I related to it so much. There was a woman and she was out with her friends and she was like, someone better hit on me tonight. I'm sick of this. And I was like, ma'am, I feel you so much. Because I never get hit on in person. Like, I get a lot of messages online and stuff, and I'm single, so I'm on dating apps, but just like at the grocery store, men don't just come over and say hi, like, how are you doing? They don't do that anymore. And so when I do meet men, and I ask them, I tell them, like, I don't usually get hit on in person. Would you, if you saw me at the store or wherever, would you come talk to me? And sometimes they say yes, but a lot of times they say no. And it's usually for one or two reasons. The first reason is because they assume I'm not single, which, like, sir, I'm walking around here with a ring-free hand. Like, why are you over there assuming things? But the second reason is because they said that women find it too aggressive and they don't like it. And I'm like, who are these women? Like, all the women I know, the single women, they appreciate it when a man is respectful and they come over and say, hi, you look nice or whatever. Because if we're out and we're dressed up, we look nice because we made an effort. And we appreciate it when men, or hell, even women, a fellow female comes and tells you you look nice.
I mean, come on.
Older men with younger women have a higher statistical chance to succeed in marriage anyway.
Women give men a million reasons to look elsewhere with their attitudes. So women got it twisted because women think that since they're beautiful and they have a vagina, that they're the goddess of the universe and that men should just be happy to be with them. But that what you don't understand is vagina come a dime a dozen nowadays. It's free because women are so emotional. It don't matter what you did, all the way up until the moment she's mad. When she mad, it don't matter what you did. She'll destroy everything because she didn't get her way in these 5 minutes. Right? This is what women do in relationships. And then they say, happy wife, happy life.
Mm-hmm.
That's narcissism to the 1000th degree. Mm-hmm. But women don't think they're narcissists.
When you really think about it, the only reason that marriages last so long is because men have to put up with women's BS. Not only do they have to put up with all of the BS that women, spew out, that they go through, they're hormonal, they're unhappy, they're sad, they want bigger boobs, they want smaller boobs, they want to be fatter, they want to be skinnier. One day they're depressed, one day they're not depressed. They want more money, they want less money, they want him to stay home, they want him to work more, they want him to do all of these things, and along the way, he will change everything about himself to please a woman, to make it work, only for her to use it as the exact reason why she divorces him later. You mean to tell me that man gets screamed at every single day about not helping with the chores, not helping with the kids? She's bitching about being a stay-at-home mom, but she'll never ask him to stay home. She'll never ask him to change roles and him stay home with the kids, and she goes to work to see how it feels to work a 60-hour work week. She'll nag, she'll complain, she'll withhold sex, she'll be on Snapchat with different dudes claiming how unhappy she is. She'll be passive aggressive. She'll be mean. She'll talk down to him. She will actually essentially be checked out of the relationship, and people will make excuses for her being checked out of the relationship the entire time, even though the only reason that the relationship lasted as long as it did is because he took the time to fix things along the way that she was unhappy with. And as he fixed things, the goalposts kept changing, so nothing he ever did was good enough. Men are essentially tying themselves down to women and putting up with their BS, putting up with their disrespect, putting up with their sexless marriages just to make it work. Just for her to turn around and finally leave and blame it all on him. A lot of women are not ready for the conversation where y'all have pushed these men away because you are miserable within yourself. So you push them away, you nag, you make them feel like shit. And then you finally leave and you realize that the grass isn't greener on the other side, which is why y'all are so salty when the good men actually move on and are happy with somebody else. Because let's be real, that man became everything that you ever wanted him to be. And then he turned into a man that you didn't even like because you didn't even know what you expected, what you wanted, what you needed. And what you really needed was to stop projecting your insecurities and your need for therapy onto him and needed to go heal yourself instead of blaming your husband. But a lot of y'all aren't ready for that kind of conversation. Okay, bye.
Everything down to a T. The situation of almost most men left in marriages, however low that number may be. Thanks for watching Manhood. If you want access to exclusive episodes and want to support the channel, hit that join button and become a member. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video if it hit home. Drop your stories and thoughts in the comments. We read everyone. See you tomorrow.